में भी चार धाम है, तो चार धाम किए पांडव भवन में देखो चार धाम है। जो भी आते हो पांडव भवन तो जाते हो ना। एक शांति स्तंभ धाम, दूसरा बाप दादा का कमरा, ये सने का धाम, और तीसरा झुपड़ी, ये सने मिलन का धाम, और चौथा स्त्री हाल। तो आप सभी ने चार धाम किए। अच्छा, तो मान भाग्यवान तो हो ही गए। आप सभी जानते हो कि सेवा में व सौनति में सफलता सहज प्राप्त करने की गोल्डन चाबी कौन सी है? अनुभव तो सभी को है। गोल्डन चाबी है जलन, चेहरे, संबंध संपर्क में निमित्त भाव, निर्माण भाव, निर्मल वाणी, जैसे ब्रह्मा बाप और जगदम्बा को देखा। ब्रह्मा बाप ने, जगदम्बा ने जो नंबर लिया उसकी विशेषता यही रही। मैं बन का उल्टे में बन का अभाव रहा, अविद्या रही। कभी ब्रह्मा बाप ने ये नहीं कहा मैं रह देता हूँ, मैं राइट हूँ, बाबा 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 करा रहे, मैं नहीं करता, मैं नहीं होशियार हूँ, बच्चे होशियार हैं। जगदम्बा का भी तेरी आंखों से पीते हम हैं अमृत प्याली, बड़ी जतन से छुपा कर नजर में हो पाले, तुम्हारे याद के मोती गले की माला है, तुम्हारे साथ का अनुभव बड़ा निराला है।
Om Shanti. Welcome to Vikti Parivar. Today's day 25. Smriti Swarup. Jagadamba, lap of love. Love gives courage and strength. Mama's Mahamantra. The one giving me orders is making me move. Now we will listen to Mohini Didi.
Om Shanti. Lots of love to Vikti Parivar, everyone. Love from Baba, Umas, all of us here. Confluence Sage is very auspicious, very special, and very different from all other ages. Even when we are in golden age, gradually, the alloy is getting mixed, birth after birth. So from golden to silver, silver to copper, copper to iron, or from Sato stage to Rajo and Rajo to Tamo. But at confluence stage, we have to become from Tamo to Sato. So it's not decline, it's ascending degrees. And at this time, Baba gives us knowledge of the whole cycle and explains us about our whole account of karmas in body consciousness for 63 births. We did actions, and actions were all involved with vices. So we created karmas, which we can say is a burden on the soul, a law in the soul. And then Baba explains us that at confluence age, you can also create elevated actions and fortune, the life of Jivan Mukti for 21 births. So it's like we have to settle and we also have to accumulate our fortune. So in our Baba's children, our lives, our journey, there will be different scenes in the drama. And some we have to see and say, I'm settling. And then there are some which will have lot of opportunities, and that could be through our interaction with others, through some kind of service which we have been given to create our fortune, to create good relationships. While creating and settling, we have thoughts, words, actions, or mind, body, relationships, wealth. All the situations are surrounded with one of that. Either you have wasteful thoughts or you have some thoughts for someone, they are not very good ones. Storms in the mind is like through mind. But then Baba says that to create fortune, the transformation is that your every thought should be elevated. Your thought should be pure. But when time of settling comes, right, there is a big storm, wasteful thoughts or conflict or many, many subtle traces of weaknesses from the vices. So it's very interesting that we keep watching both sides, not only watching, but also experiencing. So what I found, those who are very clear in knowledge that both are happening, they are very careful. And Dadis had that quality. Whenever there was any obstacle, storm, or anything, even physically, right, sickness or whatever, they had this whole firm thought that I'm settling, I'm becoming light, so it will be over. And then also they took every chance, every moment where they could create their fortune by their generosity, their love, by sharing knowledge, giving courage to create their fortune, to create their future for 21 births, accumulation, quite a lot, right? Then we don't need to make any efforts in golden age. So you look at your own personal life, or now we are looking at more as Mama as role model for us. As soon as she came, her specialty, her part was recognized by Baba, and Baba keep giving her, keep mentioning to her her part, her role as Mama, which she really played beautifully by good example for surrender, good example for a karma yogi to be obedient child, unlimited areas. But then also when it came to settling, because Mama never had any bad feelings for anyone or conflict with anyone. Others can have, but not she. She doesn't have any negative feelings ever for anyone. And now at conferences, there is a big, we practice or a training to create relationship with body or elements. So when we say karmic accounts, it's karma is then the soul is using the body. So we do actions. And now Baba says that in soul consciousness, use your body. And there is a big relationship of soul and elements, right? Even for body. If you don't get food for a few days, if you don't get fresh air, if you don't get sunlight, body won't survive or won't keep well. Right? So they always say you need good sunlight, you need air, you need water, all the five elements. So in unlimited way, if we look at that relationship with the nature or elements, but body is by uh, had been given by to be by true elements based on my karmas, right? And the nature, my habits, everything. Baba mentions about features and the nature. So everything is based on karmas, actions. Actions create sanskars, and from sanskars, the body is formed. You get the body. Now we get this chance, like every thought you have goes in your breath, right? When you are worried, you feel how heart jumps, right? Blood pressure goes high. If you have very calm, very, very good thoughts, you can see effect on your body also. And then this breath and the thought goes into when you drink water, when you eat food. All are sensible enough to know what is good for their health, right? So they want this food, that food. But what about the thoughts? Are thoughts with the food or with Baba? It's good to take care of body. It's good to eat what you think is good for the body. But if there is attachment with the food, then any little thing you won't get. Either you will be upset, you will feel I'm deprived, or you will keep thinking I'm not getting this, I'm not getting this, right? But if you have very good feelings, pure feelings, feelings of gratitude, yes, Baba, I'm getting everything from your Vandara. So the soul, using whatever has to be used for the body, but not creating any bondage or attachment, but creating that pure energy which sustains the body, heals the body, and keeps body very, very active also. So in soul consciousness, whatever is given to the body is serving the body, which is important, but serving, remembering that in Baba's remembrance, when I'm using the elements, I'm creating very, very good karmic accounts with elements, with nature in general. Like one of the concept is, of course, of Sato Rajo Tamo, but other concept also is of wastage. So if you waste food, waste water, waste, so wastage also has lot of karmic account. Or using unnecessarily, if you don't need as much you need, you use it. So wastage has another big karmic account with the elements. I know we all are taught, of course, after belonging to Baba, take as much food you want. If you want second time, you can go, but you shouldn't throw the food. So that's one. But also purifying while eating in remembrance, so that what body is getting makes body very healthy. So whenever there is settling through the body, most of us have seen, I at least have seen, and of course that's what Baba must have done, that we become introvert, soul conscious, we remember Baba, and we take care of body. Or if needed, we take help from others. So actually there is no sorrow. Those who are seeing, they might have sorrow, right? but not one who is in soul consciousness with the understanding is settling and remembering that I have to be victorious over matter. So this awareness, this kind of awareness while settling through the body also is seen more as serving the matter because you are really in remembrance. And whenever physically body you cannot use it, you go on a very subtle level of operating because that's where your angelic form of light emerges. Because you still want to serve. So you do lot of mansa seva. Keep your stage very angelic. Stay more and more with Baba. So all that actually is giving power to the body, even if body is going through something. I mean, of course, we heard little bit about Mama and that's the story being told by Ramesh Bhai, but I have been with Mama during that time. And I never saw any sorrow, any pain, even it was in body, on Mama's face. Never. She was like in bodiless stage, soul conscious stage, very, very loveful stage. And of course, great fortune I feel was that Baba, Brahma Baba, was most of the time with Mama. Baba will talk to her, Baba will say things which comfort her and keep her mind very, very much full of love, very peaceful. And Mama knew it's settling, but I will be victorious. So victory is not for the body, it's for the soul, right? So when we understand this whole karmic philosophy of soul and the nature, then at this time we don't see the pain and sickness of the body as with sorrow. And a yogi soul like Mama, a surrendered soul like Mama, for these last 2-3 years of her life was serving very, very much in her subtle form. And so much inspiration to everyone. Everyone will say, look at Mama's face. And those who knew the condition of the body will be amazed. How can she be so full, so smiling? Her face was like really, really full until last day. So at least for me, for most of us, it's more as an inspiration, an example that how when it comes to settling, but then how in very, very short time, she did so much. Remember Baba constantly, purity, 100%, unshakable faith, serve all the time. So many say, oh, did she became perfect? I say not only perfect, but divine, right? Baba said no, on Thursday. Our memorials are of goddesses. So reminding ourselves of time of conference in the teachings Baba giving us, an understanding of not only karmic accounts, but each scene of drama. The benefit in that scene is not visible physically, but only that soul can experience. So, yes, there are different opinions. Some like to describe whatever they going through, others going through. But for me, I don't want anyone's mind, intellect to be pulled towards my body. So if it's necessary, if I need help, but I don't describe ever about, but I can describe only are the benefits. That whenever, okay, somebody has headache, you really go completely into bodiless stage and breathe in remembrance of Baba. And somewhere the energy changes and the relief which you get. So Mama was also maintaining her stage, loveful remembrance of Baba, and also keeping aim of serving as world is watching us. We all watched that Mama's face until last day, last minute was really, really not only cheerful, full, but completely free from pain, no sorrow, full of energy. We could just feel it. That's how she was able to distribute the grapes for 2 hours. I met her just 2 weeks before she left body, and she was so calm, so stable, not even one thought about what will happen, what will happen. So we can learn a lot from that, and uh, not our thoughts go towards her body, but her stage. And how we all also, if whatever way settling happens, sometimes it's the storm of Maya, sometimes there's conflicts of sanskar, sometimes suffering of our own habits and nature, or it could be the body. But while settling, we also create our fortune. We are not only settling, right? Because we are serving. While settling, we are still serving. Keeping in mind that I have to be, as Baba said, mirror, example for everyone. So our love for Mama is what Mama was and set example for us, reminding us that we have to remember that I have to be victorious and use spiritual power of soul consciousness, which we have to start practicing from now. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you very much. And before I invite our dear sister, I would like to just remind you all that tomorrow is we having this first time event, public event. So please make sure that everyone remember this, that tomorrow is Saturday, the 26th of June. So the story of immortality. So we are starting this for all public, anyone who can join. For your friends, families, please, very good chance to serve them. So from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. Tomorrow is the first day and it's open to all. Zoom information is there. Meeting ID 974-011-03202. If you would like to take a picture, you can take a picture. Password is story. And it will be live translation into 5 languages: Spanish, Hindi, Telugu, Tamil, and French. If you still needs to give this invitation to anyone, please do so. And also, as we already provided the Zoom information, but if they can also register, it will be nice to follow up. This will include meditation, visuals, valuable lessons, experiences. So very nice experiential program. So please make sure that everyone knows about it. Very important to you all to know that you all are also invited if you would like to watch the program. But please watch the number in Zoom. Please welcome.
So Om Shanti, good evening. And today is day 3 of Jagadamba, Lap of Love. And from her lap of love, love gives courage and strength. So the homework slide, let's first see the homework slide. And the Mama's mantra for us to practice all day tomorrow and into the night is the one giving me orders is making me move. And I was very pleased that Avyak Bapdada was saying this about Mama and calling her Jagadamba, that this was the slogan that she had and she taught us all. And so I hope yesterday you sang, we started with the song that Mama wrote as Om Radhe. And I hope you've been singing songs of Baba's praises and, of course, Mama's praises today. And I hope you wrote at least one line of a song that emerged from your Smriti Swarup, from that embodiment of remembrance. But today we are going to be looking at this practice of Smriti Swarup. And we have been practicing it for the last 2 days, and yesterday was a special day, but I just want to clarify this practice a little bit more. And for the practice of the Smriti Swarup, connected to Mama, is that I have chosen 3 strands that I found very important for me. Because, for instance, I was invited by Latin America to share my experiences of Mama. And one of the questions that I was asked was, you haven't met Mama, so how do you know her? How are you getting close to her? And I was very moved by that, because here am I talking about Mama's life, and I have never met her. I have never met her in Avyakt, neither have I met her in Sakar. But these 3 things make me feel that awareness of Mama in my heart to really bring her as a living being in my life, in my soul, a person who has never met her. So in sharing with you these 3 strands, I hope you will make Mama into a living person as well, and draw from her strengths. And so your Smriti Swarup, when you say, well, what's my awareness of Mama? I hope these 3 strands will help make that awareness a living one and not a historical one. And so the 3 strands is, the first strand is Mama's mantra. Mama's mantra have always been very, very famous. When you hear people's stories about Mama, is that these Mama's mantra are teachings that she herself became the embodiment of, and she instilled it in the lives of others, connecting them with these strands, these mantras, Mama's mantra, to Baba, and Baba being Karan Karavanhar. The second famous thing that Mama is known for is her lap of love. And so what is this lap of love? Anyone who speaks of Mama's lap of love is actually sharing an experience of deep and strong love. As I said before, Mama does not or did not talk much about love, but her love for the truth made her lap into a spiritual and sacred space from which love emerged as strength and support for the souls who took benefit from her sustenance. So the second strand is this lap of love. And the third strand is, how do we, who've never met Mama face to face, heart to heart, soul to soul, when she was in Sakar, how do we get to meet her? And of course, we get to meet her through the stories of others. And so I've chosen for the first 5 days the story of Ramesh Bhai, and who was very, very close to Mama, and who Mama was living in his home at the time he shared the story. So I thought it was a very the closeness between Ramesh Bhai, who's one of our senior brothers, and Mama, and what was his Smriti Swarup in being with her at the time he had to serve her, and how her mantras became living sources of strength for him, how that love from her lap gave him that strength and support to do what he felt he needed to do in the moment. And for us, in listening to that, to emerge from his story, our Smriti Swarup being the embodiments of remembrance of this powerful personality of Mama in a natural and alive way and an easy way. So these are the three strands of bringing, setting the context for our practice. So the practice that we have, and I'll keep repeating this for the days so we could really understand when we're practicing Smriti Swarup, what we're doing. And so what is this practice? Practicing Smriti Swarup is that we're looking at our eternal form in the form of awareness. So we're being aware of our eternal form. This awareness should not be just at the level of thinking, of thoughts, but it should be more as being the embodiment of the awareness of our eternal form of being a soul. So we are Smriti Swarup. We are in the awareness of that remembrance of being a soul. And so for the practice, which we're going to do in a few moments, basically what we're going to do, we're going to sit on the seat of pure awareness of our eternal form of being a soul. In other words, when Baba says, consider yourself to be a soul, who am I? What am I? And whom do I belong to? In this awareness, we're going to listen to Ramesh Bhai's story about Mama. And we're going to listen to connect the two threads. We're going to listen to the story. And the story is actually showing us how love gives courage and strength to apply the teaching of the one giving me orders is making me move. And then we're going to observe, as we're listening to the story, what is emerging in our awareness. So here's the story with those, the setup for the practice. So let's listen to Ramesh Bhai's story. It's actually a very fascinating story. So he's saying, the next day after they found out about Mama's diagnosis, the next day I went to Dadi Sheel Indra, who is a trans messenger, and Dadi Sheel Indra is the sister of Didi Mohini, and said to her, please go to the subtle region and request Baba to descend into your body. It is a very crucial and critical matter. Dadi Sheel replied, give me the message you need to convey, and I will take it to Baba tomorrow morning. Is Baba so ordinary that he will come whenever you wish? Ramesh Bhai, the matter is so delicate that I cannot relate it to you. Please go to Baba. I have full faith that Baba will definitely come. It's a very incognito and vital matter, so please go. Dadi Sheel went into trance and Baba entered her body after 5 minutes. And Ramesh Bhai spoke to Baba directly and shared all the news. Then Baba said, son, this is destined in the drama. It cannot be changed. You have to do something now. Write a message for Mama saying what the doctor has diagnosed. Ramesh Pai is saying, can you imagine my predicament? Which son in the world would be able to write to his mother telling her that what the doctor has diagnosed? And then Ramesh Pai is saying, on relating this story to you now, I'm quite composed. But in front of Baba, I refused to do it. And my eyes were streaming with tears. And Ramesh Bai said to Baba, Baba, I cannot do this at all. It cannot happen. And then Baba said to him, you alone will have to do this. Baba will give you strength. Go to your office tonight and write the letter to Mama and give it to her. And after she reads it, put it in an envelope and post it, mail it to Madhuban. And write on the envelope to be given only to Sakar Brahma Baba. No one but Brahma Baba will read what you have written. So now let's do this practice together of what is going to emerge in our smriti, in our awareness. So remembering Mama's mantra, the one giving me order is making me move. And along with that, love gives courage and strength. What awareness emerges that gives you the strength to follow Baba's instruction, even when you feel that you cannot do it? So, remembering Mama's mantra as the one giving me the order is making me move, and love gives courage and strength. What smriti, what awareness emerges that gives you the strength to follow Baba's instructions, even when you feel you cannot do it? So let's reflect on this for 3 minutes, and then followed by the collective meditation.
गजब का निश्चय अजब नशा था, नवयुग की सभी निशानी थी। नैन नुरानी बैन रूहानी, नैन नुरानी बैन रूहानी, चैन में प्रभु कहानी थी। जोता वाली ज्योति तुम्हारी हर दिल में जलते देखा। हे जगदम्बे तेरी गोद में सब जग को पलते देखा। माँ की ममता क्या होती है, माँ तुझ में हमने देखा। आ जाओ माँ, गलियां ये गुनगुना रही। बच्चे प्यारे हम भी सारे, बच्चे प्यारे हम भी सारे, सखियां सारी बुला रही। साथ चलो साकार में भी संग, सपनों में चलते देखा। हे जगदम्बे तेरी गोद में सब जग को पलते देखा। माँ की ममता क्या।
Om Shanti. Thank you. Stay, and now we will remember Baba.
Om Shanti and good night everyone. Om Shanti. Be in Mama's lap of love. Om Shanti.